Google Educator Group of South Texas, GEG-SOUTX.US. Hello, everybody, and today I am with Karen. Karen is a retired instructional technology specialist with a doctorate in educational leadership. She is also a Google Educator Level 1 and 2 and a Google for Education certified trainer. Now, this is a good one. She is a Google certified innovator for Sweden 2017. And you told me that you actually went to Sweden. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. And I had never been to Sweden before. And my husband and I got on the plane and we went. And funny story, I showed up 4 hours early because I had messed up my time on my calendar. I still was on U.S. time. It was pretty funny, but it all worked out.
Awesome. She also loves learning and joining others in journeys to learn. She thinks the most difficult challenge educators face is convince students they are in charge of their learning. Teachers' agency is a strong theme in her view of professional development as well as student voice in learning. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, you're so welcome.
Okay, and for those of you that don't know me, I am Mr. G. I am a Google for Education certified trainer, and I will be helping Dr. Karen Jackson with her training today. Speaking of which, just so you know, hello, Ms. Ojeda. She's looking forward to today's presentation. Okay, well, I do have a few other comments, and pretty much everybody's saying hello and welcome. All right, so what do you say we get started? The first thing that I want everybody to do is visit this website. This is going to be the agenda for today. Okay, so Dr. Karen, whenever you're ready to share your screen, we'll get started.
All righty then. All right. I am very excited to be here. Sharing my screen. All right. Everything look all right there?
Everything looks awesome. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I think that digital citizenship is of the utmost importance, especially now in the season that we live in, because there's so much going on online. Students need to understand that, and adults need to understand that when they do things online, it's there forever. And a good digital citizen is more than just remembering to change your password every 3 months. Now, that is important, but a digital citizen has a lot of responsibility. And so I have started investigating the theme of digital citizenship. I created this little site that links to some of the highlights on the Google site, and I'll give you the link to the main Google site at the end, because that's what keeps getting updated, and that is the Applied Digital Skills site, the official one. So this is just kind of to help me do the presentation today. This is not the official site. All right, so Applied Digital Skills is important, as I said before, because students they're online all the time. And as my very wise director used to reiterate to us often, students learn from each other how to use the internet or how to use their phone. And they don't teach each other all the schooly kind of things that we would teach them, like how to be a good digital citizen. So Google created this website that has 5 major areas of emphasis on how to be a good digital citizen. Okay, so what is it? What is this program? I like this particular link right here. It's the Internet Tip Sheet. And the first realm is Be Internet Smart. So these are the 5 things. And the beauty of Google and the beauty of the G Suite and Google for Education is they try to keep it as simple as possible. So this is not complicated. These are just 5 tips, 5 areas, 5 tips that we can keep in mind when we're defining for our students what is a digital citizen. So be a positive presence. Just like in real life, we want to be positive people. And so we need to show them how to be positive when they are doing their activities online. And think before you post. That's the most important thing, is to think about what you're doing. Don't just do crazy stuff on your digital device, whether it's a phone, a Chromebook, an iPad, or an iPhone or whatever. Um, Also, protect your secrets. Don't be an oversharer. Don't be someone who shares things that are embarrassing, because whatever you share now will still be on the internet in 5 years. Someone will be able to find it. So that's also important. Also, don't assume that people will see you the way you see yourself. You have a presence, and you may have a certain persona that you're portraying that is not really you. So it's important. And also, the last thing, it's always important to respect other people's privacy choices, and that goes back to don't be an oversharer. When someone um, tells you something in confidence, just like in real life, we don't share everyone's secrets. And also, I like how they remind students that they can always share with their family and always share with a trusted adult if someone shares something with them that they feel is important and something that makes them feel uncomfortable. So I really like that as well. Also, be internet strong. That's the second one. So we're going to be smart and we're going to be strong, and we're going to have the right number of digits, and it tells uh, why it's important to have passwords that cannot be hacked. And it tells you the different ways to create a passphrase. For example, um, butterflies are in my garden. I could use B-I-G with maybe a number 5 instead of that. Um, and then in 2020 or something like that. So you basically you take the phrase and you make that into the letters, the first letter of each word into your password, and then you know that phrase, and you don't have to worry about using a your favorite team like Dallas Cowboys won in 1995 or whatever. Okay, um, be internet alert. Don't fall for phishing or scams. Okay, so this is another way for a good digital citizen to act, is to be alert. Think about, don't if someone says send me all your personal information and win a contest, you won't do that, because we don't send our personal information across the internet. um, Really good. And then also being kind. Follow the golden rule, is do unto others as you want them to do unto you. Be an upstander, not a bystander. And this is the key of this section of Be Internet Kind, is stand up for each other. Don't watch when bad things are happening to other people. And also, I think that's good for students' self-confidence as well, that they have something to say, and also it gives them a voice, and it validates the voice that they have. And lastly, be internet brave. Talk it out. If you have issues with somebody, talk it out with your friends, and get proof before blocking or reporting inappropriate content. Don't be afraid. If you receive a creepy message or a comment from a stranger, show the trusted adult. block and report them. And also teach your students how to take screenshots. Screenshots are a great form of evidence. This is what happened. This is what I saw. And you have a screenshot and you can share that with your trusted adult or your principal or your teacher or whomever you need to talk to about it. So this tip sheet really is a great overview of the what. This is the what of the applied digital skills. The second cool thing is that the lessons themselves are activities that use technology integration. So you're using technology integration to follow these 5 main emphasis areas. So I just rambled on for 10 minutes, but I haven't stopped to say, how does it look, Mr. G? Are there any questions or should I just keep going?
So far, there's only one extra tip. Jennifer mentioned that people also don't hear you the way others can hear you as far as inflection when it comes to text. So that's also another tip.
That is very true. So true. Sarcasm doesn't come across a lot of times in text. And sarcasm, just as a rule, is not good to use in the classroom as an instructor. But jokes, when we say, "Oh, I was just joking," that just avoid. My mom used to tell me, if you want to say I'm just joking, then don't even say what you were going to say, because if you have to explain it, then nobody knows it was a joke. So I just think that's also really good. So very good. Voice inflection does not come across in text or email or a meme or whatever. So yes, thank you very much for that comment. Next on our little agenda, teachers and families and students can explore the lessons freely without logging in. So I'm going to click on the main link. So this is where you go to find all the lessons. And this is Applied Digital Skills with Google.com. This is where you can go to the lessons and then search. So families can go here, teachers can go here, and students can go here just to search. So if you want to search for a particular lesson that you know of, or if you know you have students in late elementary, like upper elementary, you can go here. Also, this is not, some of these lessons can be adjusted for younger students, for littles. Like, for example, there's an All About Me activity, but I wouldn't give this to kindergartners. What I would do is, this would be like carpet time, where we would sit and the teacher would be the driver and we would do pictures and things like that and describe yourself, but using Google Drawings. And that's the cool part about this, is that even though it's designed for elementary through adult learner, teachers are so creative that you can take the most complicated idea and then step it down for the littles. And I think that's great. So there are also collections, and I love this here as well, because these are collections of 5 lessons, 10 lessons, 6 lessons, where you can continue the topic in different kinds of technology tools. And so this is staying connected over summer break, digital art and games, express your creativity, learn from anywhere. And this is for the adult learner, how to learn online and work from anywhere, study skills. And I love this one too, prepare for and succeed at your next job. There are 22 lessons in here, and I'm just going to click on the collection and we can look at what we see. Using Google to get a new job, how to search for a job, start a resume, edit your resume. And these individual lessons are approximately an hour to an hour and a half. And no one's judging you. You can take as long as you want on this, and then always revisit and always go back. See, we haven't logged into anything yet, but you can click on the lesson itself and then start. And it has a video section, and then you can look at the transcript. You can also change your playback speed. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. You can speed it up or slow it down. So if language is an issue and you want slow speaking, you can do that. Or if you feel like you know what they're talking about, you want to zip through, you can. So anyway, that's as far as I'm going to go on there, because this will play a video and then describe how to do the lesson and move on to the next one. Then if you want to share your work, this is where you log in. But you can actually go through the whole lesson without logging in. Okay, so back here. All right. So if we have some time, I'll give you some time to click around on the lessons. That was in that third box. Okay, and then but let's do some interactivity here. Let's get to the training class. All right, so this is the link that I want you to go to. This is actually the same link, but we're gonna sign in and use our class code. So here is the link, and you click sign in. It may ask you to, if you're a student or a teacher. I'm going to click here. I used this once before. Now, I've signed in as a student. It doesn't really matter if you're a student or a teacher. If it says student, you can join a class and put your code in. Okay. The code is on our little agenda, and we'll drop it in the chat if you need it. But if this says teacher, you can change your login to student, and I'll show you what that looks like here in a second. Okay, so this is me as a teacher, right? So now if I look over here, all this says is create a class. I don't really want to do that. I want to go in as a student. So I click on teacher, profile, and in the middle here, I can switch to a student. And it'll say, do you want to change your role from teacher to student? Yes. Because I want to go back and I want to join that class. You click join the class and put your code in. So if you're directly a student, join a class, put the code in. If it says teacher, you have to go to your profile, swap to student, and put your code in if you want to join our class. All right, so let's see what we got. I'm going to look at it as a teacher. Go to profile. And I'm going to show you something cool that you can do as a teacher. Here's our presentation class. It looks like one person has gone in. So as your students go in and they start doing the lesson, so that this person has done from 10 to 20% of the activity. And you can watch the people as they go, your students as they go through here. So this is really a great program if you want to do some online learning with them for digital citizenship. If you start it up in the fall and you have to do some things remotely with them. Or this would be a great station for a blended learning station or a flip learning lesson in your classroom. Okay, so to recap, this is the training class. That's the class code. And right here. So if you're not already signed in, you have to use a Google account to sign in. If it says teacher, that's okay. Go to your profile, switch to a student. And once you're in as a teacher, you can just go to profile and swap back. You can go back and forth once you have your teacher account. And then join the class. And next. So now I'm part of this class. And the lesson is make a promotional flyer. And this is what students would see.
If I may interject,
Yes.
that is pretty cool how you can just switch back and forth between being a teacher and being a student.
Yes.
I just learned something new. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Then also as a teacher, you can click right here, and this will assign it to your Google Classroom. That was just that little classroom icon, and you can choose the class that you want to assign it to, create the assignment, and then put all the details in. If you're familiar with Google Classroom, this is where you do that. And then you can also assign it, schedule it, save the draft. Just save the draft for later if you find something interesting. Right now I'm going to discard it because some may or may not be in using Google Classroom at this time. But it's very easy to do that. And also, if you're not a teacher and you want to share this lesson, you can click on Twitter or Facebook and also share the same lesson through social media, which is pretty interesting for parents to share with other parents, especially the resume and the job things. These lessons can be very helpful for all adults that just searching around for things to do. Let's see. So that's the training class. We've done about 20 minutes. I could talk on and on about this, but let me look at my website and just see what else. The curriculum in Spanish. Let's just look at the curriculum. So this is the PDF. It has the same areas, and I love how they're color coded. So you can do the activities. You can share this in Spanish with your stakeholders, and this could be like a parent training night or something like that if you need to do activities with your families, and they speak Spanish. This is great. I don't know that there are any other languages at this point in time, but that's something also that I wanted to add, that you can ask Google when you get into their program. And so I'm going to just click on this. You see this question mark? This is where you can go to the Help Center, and you can also you can also make recommendations. So here's the Help Center and it's just for applied digital skills, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if I can change this, but there's also a link that says feedback. Whenever you see feedback, you can go to Google and you can ask them, hey, can we have applied digital skills in other languages? Something like that, because human beings actually look at the feedback links and the messages that they get from people and teachers. A lot of the changes that were made with applied digital skills happened because teachers and families asked questions when we had to go into quarantine kind of learning. So that was really also very useful. There's a contact us. There it is. Report a problem or join the reference team. So report a problem or support or feedback. And then you can give feedback for the article or the whole program or what have you. So they're very responsive.
Okay, I do have a comment here, and I think it's important in reference to what you were just talking about. And right now, with everything that is going on, all of a sudden, everybody needs to learn digital citizenship. It's important for all adults. Adults, and this is the quote from Jennifer, adults missed out on digital citizenship lessons because digital citizenship did not exist when my contemporaries were in school. and our parents.
So true. That's exactly true. And I would hang this whole thing on the word citizenship and talk about being how we require students to be good citizens in school. We need to require that they're good citizens now. So those 5 areas, being internet smart, strong, alert, kind, and brave, are very helpful um, to give students an idea of what is a good citizen. And the fact that it encourages students to speak up is great. We're not asking them to be quiet all the time. We're asking them to think about what they want to say and then say it and be brave enough to say it. And oh my gosh, that just is a page that everyone needs to well, that's my soapbox. Soapbox is everyone needs to hear that and do that nowadays. Also, ISTE is has a it is aligned with ISTE standards, and it's a, it can be used on any devices, and it's free, totally free. Oh, one other thing, I created a little um, choice board, and it has activities, and it also has a link to different areas of Interland. And Interland is a game that reinforces the lessons. Now, the lessons are, uh, like I said, have strong passwords. So the game will have a little character going through different places, and a question will pop up. How many characters is a strong password? 8. So if they get it wrong, then they have to go back to the beginning. So Interland is a fun game to play. Um, and also, oh, did I mention Pear Deck? Pear Deck has ready to teach websites. I'm sorry, ready to teach lessons that are pre-made. I'm scrolling down with all the questions, all the activities, all the digital citizenship lessons, and they have Pear Deck interactivity. So you can ask your question, you can set it for students to do by themselves, or you can guide them in a way to answer the questions about being responsible, not falling for fakeness, um, and securing their secrets, etc. So that's the cool thing about that. And Pear Deck partnership. And also, one thing I used to like to do with my students is have a solemn pledge moment. Like at the beginning of the year, we used to make our class rules, and then we'd post them, and all the students would sign that. And it's good to have a solemn moment of, I'm going to be internet awesome, and I'm going to make a pledge to do this. And we actually had a poster made, and then the students would sign it. But it's really a good thing to. It's kind of like making a decision ahead of time so that you can be internet awesome, and that you can um, be a good, strong digital citizen. Second page on this website, it also has another link to the curriculum, and also in the my website and ways to contact me at the bottom. But I think that's everything I wanted to cover.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And just a few comments from Maggie Ojeda. It says that there is a difference between digital immigrants, which are some of the older people like myself, where we come from a place where we didn't have uh, pretty much anything dealing with technology when we were born. And then there's those that are digital natives, those that were born with the technology.
Mm-hmm.
And another one is that she really likes your your choice boards, excuse me.
Oh, good,
So those
good.
are awesome resources.
Yeah, just make a copy and change the activities if you'd like. And also, I encourage you to play the game Interland and just enjoy it, because it is a lot of fun, and it's a way to reinforce your gaming skills.
Yeah. Hashtag esports edu.
Yes.
Awesome.
Awesome.
All right. Well, Dr. Jackson, your Twitter handle is at CarryWeb2004.
Yes, sir.
And you are a Google for Education certified trainer and a Google for Education certified innovator. Thank you so much. And thank you, everybody, for joining us who were able to make it. And we'll see you around.
Thank you, Mr. G.
Bye. Have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Google Educator Group of South Texas. GEG.SOUTX.US.